New preview images and updates have been revealed. Before I show you the 6 new preview images, let's talk about this update. So the Animedia 2026 January issue features the anime One Punch Man appearing on the double cover. It will be on sale on December 10th. Illustrations are by Shoto Kubota and they feature Saitama and Genos. The interview, which featured the producer of One Punch Man Season 3, hyping up the episode, and it does look like for the January issue we will be getting more new interviews, so I am very curious what those interviews will be about. As well as this update on the interview, we got this new illustration and oh my goodness, what's this? What's this? Is that season 1 quality I am seeing in front of my eyes? Look how clean the art looks. Man, it reminds me of Madhouse. The outlines, the highlights, the shines, and those really nice streaky lines on Saitama's cloak. Is this episode a foreshadowing to the future events of One Punch Man Season 3? I am an anime only, and I do not know the future of this story, but my theory is that towards the end, Saitama and Garou will put aside their differences, team up, and defeat Orochi. Maybe that could be episode 11 or 12. Maybe Genos will also come into the fight and team up with the three of them. It will be Garou, Saitama, Genos versus Orochi. Imagine we get season 1 style animation with Genos towards the end of the series. I don't know if it's possible, but a dude can only hope and cope. But before we get to the finale of One Punch Man Season 3, we have the most anticipated episode of the season, and that is One Punch Man Season 3 Episode 9. We got 6 new preview images released by the official One Punch Man account, but before I show those images, we got a very interesting update. If you look here, it says there is a possibility of schedule changes. When I looked at last week's post, it did not have that statement, but this week they are warning fans of a potential schedule change. I do wonder what that's all about. There could be some sort of special programming at that time. It could be live, so maybe they have to delay the episode a couple of minutes after that potential event. I don't know what it could be, but who knows? Could J.C.Staff and Bandai Namco delay the episode and improve on it? I don't think that's the case, but we can only hope and cope because One Punch Man deserves the best of the best. But with all that out of the way, let's talk about the 6 new preview images. First up, we've got Child Emperor channeling his inner one for all, but regardless, it's a pretty nice shot. I do like how cinematic it looks. The shading looks pretty nice in it, and I like the placement of this. It looks considerably better than the manga. Thanks to One Punch Man Daily for comparing these stills. Next up, we've got Child Emperor and the kid with the bow tie. Now, compared to the manga, it does look quite different in terms of the expression. To be honest, it looks quite bland. It is what it is. Next up, we've got this shot of Child Emperor crying. Why is this boy crying? Could we get a tragic backstory with Child Emperor in the episode? I mean, he is a kid after all doing all of this. It's probably past the poor baby's bedtime. Give him his juice and he'll be good to go. But I'm not gonna lie, the manga shot looks infinitely better. I mean, look at it. Look at the details, look at the shading. What a wonderfully drawn shot. Next up, we've got Big Bird from Sesame Street. It looks better than the manga. I like the additional details. I prefer the Big Bird's tail in the anime. And what's going on with those peculiar looking characters in the background? And finally, we have this shot of Child Emperor. Mate, the manga has this eeriness that is lacking in the anime. I like his smirk. Bro looks confident, but in the anime, his expressions do look bland. You can't tell what he is thinking. Regardless, it does look like he is in some sort of robot. I do wonder what the animation will look like. But those are all the 6 new preview images. Overall, they are not bad, but they aren't incredibly fantastic either. Apart from this All Might looking arse shot, which looks incredible in my opinion, the rest of the shots are quite ordinary. It does make me wonder, are they purposely hiding all of the great sakuga, all the great art to wow the fandom? Because we all know this is the big episode, the episode the producer was hyping up. The first half of One Punch Man Season 3 Episode 8 was pretty great. The Flashy Flash versus Gale Wind and fight sequences were absolutely stunning. They truly blew me away. But the second half, apart from some nice Transformation animation wasn't all that great. I gave that episode a solid 6 out of 10. The episode is still at a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDB. Rotten Tomatoes went from a 6 to a 7%. It does make me wonder, will One Punch Man's ratings go higher and higher? Just now, I have just noticed this one preview image which I forgot to talk about. It's the Big Bird, and it does appear that there is a man inside of it. So the Big Bird is a costume? Plot twist? Wow, that is very surprising. Why did they spoil that? If they did not release this image, I would have thought that Child Emperor was fighting an actual Big Bird. Could the person inside the Big Bird costume potentially be somebody that Child Emperor actually knows? That could explain why Child Emperor was crying. The costume could come off and the reveal of a friend from the past. Maybe Child Emperor will be extremely conflicted on whether or not to end his childhood friend inside the costume, but it is just a theory of mine. I am an anime only. It could end up being Saitama. Maybe Saitama wants to fight the other S-class heroes without revealing his identity because we know this guy loves to live a private life. Maybe that's why the episode 9 is hyped up, but it is just a theory from an anime only. I do wish the studio had kept that a secret because dude, that would have been incredibly shocking if I saw that in the episode. Oh well, it is what it is. I will forgive them if we get some stellar Sakuga-like animation. Although there is that worry and concern that the episode could end up being rushed, as yesterday it was more or less confirmed that the studio are working on these episodes days before it's released, but the producer did hype up episode 9, so maybe that episode as well as episode 5 that they hyped up were the only 2 episodes completed. Who knows? Only J.C.Staff and Bandai Namco knows. But overall, I am looking forward to this episode. I want to see if J.C.Staff are going to deliver absolute greatness and put One Punch Man Season 3 back into the public spotlight, getting great reviews. Takashi Hashimoto also hyped up future episodes, saying that the artists and animators are going to be putting in a lot of blood, sweat and tears into these episodes. So it does make me wonder, will those episodes be episode 9, 10, 11 and 12? Is One Punch Man Season 3 finally saved, or was episode 8 nothing but clickbait? The truth is, nobody knows. We just got to wait and see what Season 3 episode 9 has in store for us. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think of all of this? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more One Punch Man videos, as well as other anime news updates, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings and more. Thank you for watching. The Second Boy Dude signing out.